I started working with the Letitia Carson Project with Eric Beasley initially a couple years ago. He had known about me a little bit and just approached me on the project and wanted to see if it was possible and if I was interested in having my students illustrate children's books for Letitia Carson Elementary.
But nobody really knew who Letitia Carson was, and there are no children's books about her. We decided, Julia and I, that we could put together some children's books. Her students would do the illustrating and I would write the stories.
I love to connect art history to what we're doing and making the projects that I have students do relevant to art history and contemporary art and just like real people and community.
Julia Bluearm, who is the leader of SAFE at the time and also my art teacher, approached me and some other students and asked us if we'd be interested in kind of helping illustrate and work on this project.
And I was more interested in it from the standpoint of having the experience illustrating and also learning more about the history of Oregon.
I think it makes it way more kind of impactful because it was illustrated and put together by people who really care and kind of have this personal connection to the project.
I'd say I learned a lot about myself, specifically from how I work and my workflow. It let me understand kind of, to me at least, what was important for education for me.
I think it'll be really great that this is an elementary school and that students from such a young kind of formative piece of their lives can have this expectation that they should be learning about the people who were pioneers where they live, are a reflection of maybe how they look, their ethnicity or their gender or something. I think this will be really cool to kind of set a new standard for kind of a early childhood education.
The two big projects last year were a culture celebration dinner and the mural. And so they've been talking about doing a mural ever since they were in 6th grade. We had no funding for it at all. I knew we had no budget. So the only way it was going to happen is if we were able to receive the grant from the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation. Well, I definitely remember Yanni from 8th grade, and she actually spoke to a back to school rally one year. It was, wow, her artwork impacted me it's pretty amazing. And I knew that if I could get her to connect with my students, then they would be able to feel that, and she would be the one that would be able to guide them through that process and to have that art come out and be able to speak and say what they wanted it to say.
So one of the biggest motivators to come help was I found out that it was actually her group of SAFE students, Miss Davis's group of SAFE students, who were leading the mural. And I was actually one of the first students in the first SAFE. And so SAFE has always had a really special place in my heart. And then I got here and I got to meet the students, and I just knew that this is where I wanted to be and something that I really wanted to be a part of.
She immediately wanted to hear our ideas. It helped me really advocate for myself and others. It helped me finally understand what it's like to fight for what I want. It made me want to keep doing it. I guess how hard it was the best part of it. I am extremely proud. I don't even have enough words to explain my gratitude towards all the opportunities I was given in just a couple of months. I'm excited that me, a 14-year-old girl, was able to change a lot.
So many kids this age in middle school have incredible ideas, and they often don't have a voice, and there's not a platform for them to be able to share their ideas and their vision of what they want school to look like, what they want the world to look like. Projects like this allow them to share that with the world.
These funds allow students to experience more than they get in the classroom, and things that they're going to remember forever when they leave, and skills that they're going to use in their jobs in the future.
Those projects have been like the activities that I have been most passionate about in the Corvallis School District. It's taking things that I care about and kind of building something that has a big impact and like a lasting impact on my community and myself and my friends and my teachers. Every year there are different levels of funding and different programs, but this is kind of something that makes like building something, creating something as a student feel very possible.
I would say thank you a lot for donating and making it possible. It was a learning experience that I don't think would have happened otherwise, and I personally really appreciate that.
You may not get talked about enough, donors, but you are probably the biggest part of our projects, and we are always so incredibly grateful that you do this, because a lot of our projects would not be able to happen without you. You're making the biggest impact in every single person's life. Like in 10 years from now, because of the one donation you did, it could have changed anything. So I would just say thank you and to keep going.